you throughout the remainder of the week. And we are again have hit Wednesday, so that means that we have our Wednesday night prayer meeting and Bible study here at the church. Well, actually in the fellowship hall, and looking forward to that. We always have a good time. We had a really good time last week studying the Word and having fellowship, and it's just always a great blessing here on Wednesday night. So if you can come out and be with us, I know it'll be a blessing to you as well. So today we're going to continue on, of course, it being February, and I know Valentine's Day is past, but as we continue on in February, we are thinking still yet about love. And we find our verse of the day is no exception. It comes from 1 John chapter 4 verse 10, which says, "Herein is love, not that we loved God, but that he loved us and sent his Son to be the propitiation for our sins." And this is what love is all about today. It's not about not that we loved him because we had that human nature in us that we couldn't love anybody the way that they should be loved and needed to be loved, but this is what love is about, that he loved us. Why that a perfect God that never made mistakes, that never did wrong, never sinned, why that God would love somebody like me, and matter of fact, somebody like you that has sinned, that has made mistakes and everything. I can't comprehend that, cannot understand that love, but boy, do I accept that love. And I know that this is what love is all about, that he loved us. He loved us so much that he sent his Son to be, as John says here, to be the propitiation for our sins. And if you look at that word propitiation, that meant that was used quite a bit, especially in the Greek, about to be the mercy seat. And if you study into the mercy seat, that was on the ark, whenever the high priest would come into the holies of holies, that there was the mercy seat that was there, and they would sprinkle the blood of the sacrifice upon the mercy seat, and that was to take away the sins, or at the very least to roll forward those sins for a season under the old law, under the Old Testament. And it was to be, as the word says, it was to be the atonement in the Old Testament, and it was the sacrifice that was needed. Well, Jesus, as we see here, the very Son of God, where God loved us so much that he sent his Son to be that that propitiation, that atonement, that sacrifice for you and for me, so that we could have hope, so that our sins could not just be rolled forward for a season, but that our sins would be completely forgiven. And I'm thankful, so thankful for that. And listen, I don't know of any greater love than this. Nobody knows any greater love than this. And God loved us enough to send his Son to be that atonement, to be that propitiation for our sins. I hope that you have accepted that propitiation, that atonement, and that sacrifice that Jesus made for you and for me. If not, today would be a perfect day to make things right with the Lord So I hope that you'll do that today, if, like I said, if not already. But again, just so thankful for what God has done for us. I'm thankful for what God has done for you this morning, because He did the same thing for you as He did for me. He brought salvation, He brought hope, He brought peace to us. Friend, I again hope that you have received this, and hope that the Lord will bless you through this day, and hope to see you again tomorrow morning for another edition of First Things First. May God bless you as our prayers. Oops. Hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. Have a blessed day today.